I stand in honor of all the people. 10 years ago, before the light came in, I was upset. How can you charge me $2.25 when it only costs 31 cents? I used to own my own vending machine. And the poor kid at 14 years old has a small job at the dépanneur trying to get $5.59 an hour just so he can take his girlfriend out for a hot dog and hamburger on the weekend. I was that guy trouncing on everybody. But I had people behind me trouncing on me. How can you spend the money like that? Why did you buy those groceries? You're so quiet in the car. Why are you so quiet? How come you're not talking? I'm not speaking because I don't give the chance to speak and let my side be heard. Well, you're taking control. No, I'm taking the benefit of my own doubt to express how I see the square of the situation. When I create my own situation, that situation comes from me personal and into a bubble. We look into the bubble and the bubble has no names. Yet with this bubble, we say category 6, category 3, category 4, understanding from what depth this has come from. So I went through these things in my life, always upset at the driver that cut me off instead of saying we need to fix the system. So there was frustration because I knew alone I couldn't fix the system. But I knew if I came out here and 6 billion people had a chance to see one of my videos, that they would see different of the light. It is not regarding of what I say, but it is regarding of what I don't say, because you will see what I don't say, and what I say I may perceive differently from the way you see of what I say, and what I don't say I don't know. And if you tell me, I will have to perceive the way you see what you say, and whether I agree with you or not, I will say, yes, that is your perception 100%. How do I see it? Is it my business to say how I see it, or do I take no judgment upon it? Even if you ask me to make a judgment upon it, sometimes you don't want to get involved in case of, or the fear of somebody saying, judging me on my judgment. Talking to people who judge you on your judgment when they ask you to judge. So then you're going to get thrashed and knocked back. So instead of that, I stay back and I stay out of the situation. You want to know how it's going with me, what my videos are about? What is your perception on how the videos are about? It is only you, the creator, that opens a channel, watches a movie, and perceives what are they channeling out to you. Does not have to be what you need to channel into you. In all these movies, what they show you, we have to add in what they don't show you. And how come they didn't put that in? And how come we didn't notice this? It's all around that corner, and that corner is my perception. That corner and that corner becomes my perception, but this corner is now offset, equaling to its own reality, the opposites. Once we have one side, we can have the opposite. Come to the center, weighing the balance. Ball in French. Ball. We go to the ball game. Number 27 red, 2 by 7, 2 plus 7, 9 and 14 equals 23 creation of ALEF. ALEF is in the hole. It's ALEF bait. And nothing less than ALEF bait. We need ALEF bait. Bait goes around ALEF. Put on the earplugs. I'm listening. Okay, beta, come and tell me. I'm ALEF. I'm ALEF. I'm Aleph Vav. In Zion. Yod me in two worlds. Yod and Yod. Hello. 5. Hello. 10. Yes, it's 9/11 speaking. The K-star. 11/11/22 bust. Reverse the numbers, they're the same. 11/11, 22/22. There is no more. They went into each other, creating 5. Out of 10, 2, 3, 4 enclosed, the 3 are the readers of the 45s. 5 sides to a dice. I just put 12 sides together. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I only got 10 left out of 12. Where's 11? Where's 11? You take a three-sided pyramid and another three-sided pyramid and you put them to their points. You have all sides showing 2 points that work together, and you must cone the 2 points for the rotation. And you cone them the whole way up. So all you're left with is 3 sides. 6, 4, and 2 equals 12. I'm just going to take this one, and this one will be 1, 2, and 4 equals 7. 7 and 12 is 19. Now, if I have 9 or 12, you see that? 12. What's missing of the 12? What's missing of the 12? Wouldn't it be 9? That would mean my fingers have to be holding 9. Now, without cheating, how are we going to look? We're going to lift finger number 1. We're going to count. 5. Finger number 2. And 3 is 8. What do you think's under the next finger? The thumb. 9. These are 21. How would you like to hold it? Would you like to hold it on the outside and not the cone? So how would you hold the outside? You hold it from the bottom, and then 3 around. So it's 3 and 1 because you have to hold it up, otherwise she falls down. So you're showing 2. I'm covering up 19. I'm covering up 1. Okay, I'm covering up 1. And 6 is 7. I take away here, and that's 11. And I take away here, and that's 14. What am I covering up? 2. But I forgot to show you what wasn't covered up behind. 5. 5, 2, and 14 equals to your 21. What can you do? Do we sit them square on each other? Pick a side. Pick any side. I'm going to tell you what's on the other side. Just going to fiddle them around and keep them like this and show you this. The other side of this is going to be a 7. Inside is going to be a 7. Outside is going to be a 7. We're going to have a 2 on this side, and we're going to have a 5 on this side of 7. We're going to open them up. We're going to have a 7. Just so happens I got lucky. I got all 7s. Just put them together like that, right? And we got 4 doubles. So the other side, we have 10. What else do we get with 4 and 10? We get a 5 on one side, and obviously it's 9 on the other side. 6 and 1 are opposites. 3 and 4 are opposites, right? 1 and 4 is opposite from your birth 9. So you have 4, 10, 10, 4. 5 and 2 is earth heart. Doesn't matter what you shake them up. Doesn't matter what you do. But if it stands on your hand, we know that 5 is down. We are in the center world. I know around is going to be 14, 2 on the top, and 5 below. So I go 14, 2 up is 16. Give me the light. I go 14 down. 1 and 4 is 5, and 5 on the bottom is 5. 55, we got the passage. How do I know that? Because I take the 5 away from the 14, I got 9 again. Everything about these, every number. N comes with N in number, right? And it creates this. The only difference is N turns around. It becomes 14, 41, 55N. This becomes a letter turned around. They turn into each other. This becomes 55. The passage is N, the 14th letter. How do we know it? 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 4, and 5 is 9, and it becomes the passage. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3, and 4 is 7. That is the gateway. 3 by 4 is 12. Earth and Mars. Abba, the U. 3 and 4 is 7, the gateway. 12 and 7 is 19. Gab, the first time you connect in the piano. H, benign me. L and U for lucky. L and U, the L letter gets the 5 house. The 21st letter is U. It does not get the 5 house, but it's a reverse of L. This one becomes U. We had the E inside the first one. If we keep it, we get the 26. If we don't, we keep U inside the L world. U would be 21, and 12 and 5 would be 17, be 38, creating of the church. I just saw that just now. I just noticed that for the first time, that when I reverse this, this is the 12th TH, time heaven, but this is the 21st ST, the first heaven. ST, first, 1. Not an 11th TH, time heaven is in between on 6. So now I know when I reverse other letters, can I reverse any other letter? Is there any other number I can reverse? No. This is the only reverse in the whole alphabet. 12 and 21. December 21st, 2012. 12, 12 of the clock, 1 U that connects both of them. 7, 7, 7. 1 in the middle, 1 on each side. The first heaven don't count, you have 14 over 7. This is what you find on the debit machine. AB76. It's all about AB76. Whatever you want to do. Now you ask me why. 20 equals 26. So you work automatically 17, 20 to 26, 18 and 19. Why? Because 17 is only here. It's in the center world of roulette, and it only comes in because of the 18th letter. The 19th letter becomes on the secondary row on 19 after 18 on the second split of 18 in roulette, but it's not on the second 12. It's on the second 12 and not on the third 12 when you bet. So on the second 12, it is in between. If you go on the third 12, you will start at 22. That is Grover Cleveland. That is a new thing I just learned right now. The gateway. So R, the A letter, before the R is the A letter. 18 minus 1 is 17. Moving to the next level, R, or Ra, because he gets reversed. Venus gets reversed, 81, 18. 81 is Venus, 162, 216, 9 days of 24 hours. All into Venus because of Ra is created from R. Turning back the letter from 18 to 81. If you multiply it by 3, it's 243. We've ended up in jail of 6. Between 1 and 5 is 6. The jail's 2, 3, 4, the 9 birth. Into 7, 8, and 9, the gateway into the split heavens of the moon. Moon is 5 and 7. Electronic, my friends, energy, the egg, all about Georgia. Artificial intelligence, 1 and 8, which is something Mary showed me before also. 1 and 8, 81, 216. 3 times 81 is 273. September 29, 929. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 plus 2 is 9. 7, 9, 11. Number 29, all the goose eggs. Ken Dryden, Kraft Dinner. 1104. 04 is 64 and 11, 75. Back to the eggs again. White 2, 4 yellow, 7 orange, 8 pink. The pink pig is in the heaven right now. This is disclosed in thoroughbred horse racing, where the white is 1, 3, and 5 and says it's the A-soul, or the Holy Ghost. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 are the black. 6 is not within, but plays through the 7th gate. As there's a moon on the 7th gate, the 6th card is an explanatory card, but cannot do anything unless it plays through the 7th or the 8th gate in the 9th birth of the Venus worlds of Mars. Turquoise is the 9 horse, the Mediterranean, stands for control. Isn't that what 9 is all about? The high heaven. The high heaven is in this world because there's nobody in any other world that you're reporting to. So it becomes the high heaven, 8 and 9, H and I together. Control from the center between the east and the west, the left and the right. Anyway, between the left and the right. Red, blue, cold, hot, cold. Doesn't matter. Cold, hot, left, right. The green is 5. What's funny about the 4 yellow is that in the other racing, the 6 is yellow. See the what is F first is 6, R last is 18, O and U is 21, and 15, 36 creation. 36 creation reverse, another one that Mary was looking at. 36 reverse is 63, but let's not add them together. Let's take them individuals. 2 times 63 is 126. We just did the same thing with the Venus world. 162, 126, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You talk, I talk, he talks. We all know and hearing the same thing. It's all the same thing. 162, 216. It's just when you're doubling it or halving it or splitting it or cutting it up, bringing it back to its original position. Everybody back to the original position, back to default. Default, the delta angle 147 connecting with 369, connecting to 7, 1 and 6, connecting to 10, 1 and 9, 147, 4, 9, 13, 4 and 6, 10, 9 and 1, 10. One, 4, 7. 1 and 3 is 4. 13, 1 and 3 is 4. I can't say 12 with 1, alpha, beta, the lamb, but I can say 3. So instead of going 1 to get to the 13 worlds, okay, instead of saying 3 to get to the 13 world through the passage of 3, which 1 does get to the passage of 3, because alpha, beta, this is alpha, beta, and 1. You need beta in order for alpha to pass. If alpha was the ghost and the Holy Spirit, he gets beta and he passes through the center of them and onto the two sides of our brain. So then we become, if I was wrong and the last one is aleph, we become bet, vet, bet, vet, bet, vet. Design this, bet, vet, bet, vet, aleph, dalet, dalet, and then the aleph is right in here, aleph, dalet. Four and 7, 74 or 47. 2 times 47 is 94. We have the birth in Pluto, and we're connecting Uranus up to the Mars, maybe to the mind. I don't know yet. I don't know exactly how all these numbers work. I have to speak to people that know all these things so I can look through their work, because I know nothing. I can only make an equation. That's it. Everything else comes from everybody else. At least, thank you, Apollo, and I'm going to say this because you made me think, and at least that's what I think I'm thinking, and maybe it's my way of my way to persuade you into seeing it the way I want you to. So I'm using those words showing that's the way I see it from all of you. So now I can't get in trouble at all. And that's basically sort of what it is. I can get in trouble, but why should I get in any kind of trouble? If I was in a grade school and I was taking a test, this is the test I'm doing. Right here, right now, saying I believe my inception and my expression of the things I understand through the equations I create, through what games people play created by others, and my perception of those games and how I perceive the way they see it, and more. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Regardless, if I add in and change the game to see if we can make any other connections inside the game with math. Oh, look, there was a number 8. But what if we played one more roll? Can we have one more roll? Is there an overtime, an extra inning? Was the ball hit out of the park? Who's going to get it? Did it fall into the lake? A ball in a park. Everybody goes down to the Beaver Lake. Everybody goes to the park, and do they go to the pond? They don't go to the pond, but there's a pond in the park. And do they have mountains in the park? Are there mountains in Central Park? Are there islands in the park? Did I park my car? Was I on free parking? Do I click what's in the middle? Was it the arc and the light? The P is the 136 law of the light. 613, 365, 248. 365 over 248. See that? See that? Time heaven, delta angle. 365, creation of 6 in 7th gate. So we would go 2, 6, 8, and they would go 2, 4, 8. You would go 2 and 4 and 6 and 8. Those are perfect. I'd go 3 and 7 is 10, and 4 and 6 is 10. So this angle is the moon angle. 4 and 6, 3 and 7 is the moon angle. You see what it does? It gives me two here and 2 here, right? These 2 and these 2. 9, 11. Now watch this. Follow my finger down to here, over to here, down to here. And what didn't I do? This one, down to this one, down to this one. That's the swastika, my friends. Okay? Those are the numbers that also connect to the gold of the moon, and they create the lopsided Buzzweiser bow tie. Let's leave it at this for now. Raphael. Yes, there was one other thing. I'm sorry about that. This is for me. What did you say? 8? 80? Oh, 8D? What do you mean 8D? It's not 40? 40? No, 4D. What do you mean 4D? A 4D film? No, 40. I said 14. Was it a letter or a letter? Der is red. Letter is tear. Tear is earth. Letter. Ler, tear, earth. Li, la, el. El, she is of the tear. The tear is the earth. Letter. Letter. I got a letter. I got a letter. The red letter, you read the letter. L-E-L of her, the same word. But instead of T-E-R, it's now D-E-R. D-D-E-R, or the ladder. The dare is red. If you reverse it the back way, the delta angle of the ladder. 2 D's pointed in this way, face to face. If you put them together, it creates an hourglass. And up you go into the center. Here are the stairs. Climb the stairs. 1, 2, 3. Or are they gears? Until you get to the top. Start at the bottom, get to the top. I'm making it up as I go. Here is what I just spoke about. 1, 2, 8, 9. 1 and 2 and 56 is the connection of ALEF, these 2 missing numbers over here. 89 is the high heaven between Neptune and Pluto. 69 is the rotation. Control must be 9, if I understand. Controlling 6 from Mercury, Delta, Mars. Here's Mars and here's Earth. It is controlled by Uranus and Saturn. If I reverse those numbers to another numerological number system, this will become Mercury and Mars. Now it becomes Mars and Earth. This, what was once Saturn and Pluto, is now Uranus and Saturn. Turning around in 69, Uranus and Saturn to Mars and Earth. Here's Venus and Earth, turning around to Uranus and Neptune. Uranus turning Neptune is okay, is it not? The high heavens. You don't want the gateways to turn you, because that would be control. 7 and 9, left and right. Over here is 2 and 3. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, it's ALEF. 5 and 6, 5 and 6. Man is 5.25. Man is 5 times 5 times 5. He's no more. 1.25. 4 or 46. The body, the hips. Trying to reflect. Wow, and I forgot. This is not good. I got out of a rhythm. Wow, 4 and 6, the body, man. 5, 5, 5. Yes, yes. What I'm talking about is there's 364 perfect days to 28 moons of 13 days. Okay? Take away those 4 days, and because the circle of life is 15, multiply 4 by 15, it becomes the 60 seconds. So blank that out. 4 becomes 6, becomes number 1, X and X, from Roman numeral X to the numerological X, 24th letter in the R alphabet, 2 and 4. We have 4 days for 4 by 90, 360-degree birth, okay, with his in us, because we're already living and we're taking from the earth to live, and we're receiving. And 1.25 are the passages from 1 to 5 to 9, 5, 5, 5. 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. It's on May 5th this year. May 22nd is the 122nd day. 91st day is April 1st. Except in a fool's year when it's 90 seconds, and that brings in the birth of the two fools, the two thieves next to Jesus. So we talked about it. So man gets number 4, okay? And then he becomes the half-life. He lives in between the 4 here, and he lives in between the 4 here. That is your 1.515 making 460 with no middle on the clock. But the clock is running. It runs for you, the clock, not for them. Okay? Only for you the clock runs. So now you have man 5.25 equaling to 12 times 30 is 360. 24 times 15, the X and the O, the egg equals to 360. Then there's the 4 by 90, our birth equals to 360. All about here when ALEF comes to town, okay, in Vav. ALEF Vav brings the light. Vav, vet, Vav, vet, with or without the light. $365.25 days, 366 days. 122, 111, 111, 111, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. This is the passage of the light. Once that light comes in, it lights up all the candles. 4 and 4 is 8, and 4 is 12. Should it only light these two up? This one is lit, and this one lights these two. Anyways, you can say it any way you want. 2, 4, 6. So what we would have to do to actually live would be, I'm assuming we'd have to shrink the numbers to this over here, 252. 17, 17 on each side, 66, 83, 66, 83, the church. Why? 5 times 2 is 10, 5 plus 2 is 7. That's 17. Add 66. Why? Because 10, okay, is 1, 0, and 7 is 0, 7, so 6 for each is 66. So that'd be 83, 83, 3883, which becomes 6776, which becomes 3553 electric company, which becomes 3553, which becomes 6776, and then it keeps repeating. 6776 is actually the light. So we see how many days there are in a year for us. 366. Now, if we go and we calculate now and we invert that and bring it into Mayan time schedule where they run 6 days, 1 day, and 3 day, or 313 as the piano goes. Okay, and every time you hit the first D, 4, 8, 12, 16, you mark that off to the side and it gives you a code. See the X? That's 25. You see the square O? That's 20. Together it's 45. Add 1 to 9, it equals 45. 45 at the heart. 5 by 4, 5 plus 4 is 29. Birth 35 electric company. The only number that's missing in 45? That's right. Once you have the 45, you branch out to 36. 36 creates 18 and 9, 27. 9, 18, 27, 36 equals to the 90 birth. 90 becomes 96. Rotation of 41. 96 comes the rotation of 41. 6 and 1. It becomes a rotation of -2 and 1 alpha beta. Why? When you have a 9, you can either add 7 and show me the lights, but what for? Once you have 9, you have 7. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 6 needs 1 to 7. 9 needs minus. So either you're going to put 6 with 1 and 7 with 9, make it 72. Or you're going to put 2 with 9 and 1 with 6 to keep up to your 77 world, the same as 16 and 7. And you're going to have 1 and 2. 1 minus 2 minus 1 is 1. And 2 times 1 is 2 equals 2 and 3. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals 5. 2 and 3. Same thing. Let me do this again. 1 times 2. 1 minus 2 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 and 1 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 2. Is 1 and 2 is 3 again. I keep getting the same number. 23. What do we do with 23? Well, for 23 we need 50 for the sun, the way we started, right? 50 for the sun, we end up with 16. We ended up with that. We end up with 2 and 3 again, the opposite side of the dice. See the story I started? I mixed it up a little bit, but there's your 77. At the same time, 5 gets 3 for 8. 4 gets 2 for 6. 86 in between 7. And it's the spirit of 76 because those are the Las Vegas odds on the crap table. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Mad. Mad, upset, aggravated. What I see, and I really don't like to mention it because I don't want anybody to feel sorry for the situation. Okay? It's regardless because I understand it. I understand it whether I like it or not in certain and various aspects. It doesn't matter. If I can't correct it with a perfect conversation where we have, discussion, then why would I get in and huff and puff and huff and puff? Because every angle must be understood because that's how you move on to the next level. Now there's variance to this, okay? I'm talking screaming and yelling, and it's people saying, well, you said that before. Oh, you're saying it again. Oh, I've heard that one before. That's not discussion. Oh, but that was yesterday. Well, we go back to yesterday to bring forward yesterday to make it part of today. And then what was yesterday before and before is tomorrow is yesterday and today. Tomorrow is yesterday and today. Everything, it's soft, it's silk, it's the knight in shining armor. It's that molded and folding of the golden word that gets stretched out and hardened like silver, making it shiny. Or something like that. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Have a nice, whatever hour it is, of the hour you're in, of whatever you're in or wherever you are, if you're out. I can see somebody right now. This is a vision I just had right now. First of all, I saw us locked up again 2 nights in a row behind the fences. We couldn't get out. In France, bunch of people, sounds like bananas. Yeah, there were a bunch of people hanging out. Oh yeah, where were the monkeys hanging out? Hey, good for the monkeys. Hanging around. But this is all, oh, look at that. 333 went by. I only need 3 threes. The other one's on her ass. My feet are on the bottom of the floor and my back is that way. I'll take perception at 4 out of 6. 1.5 times 4. You know what I like about 1? 1.5 times 1 is 1.5. That makes 2.5 and 1. 2.5 and 1 is 3.5. 6 minus 2.5 equals 3.5. 8 times. We got an ounce. Let's go. Z and O. Z and O is 41. Reversed, it's 14. 41 is 55. 110. Knock them down. Build 1 back up again. Ronnie, yes. I went for a blood test. They gave me my number, 684. So I took the 684 and I did this to it. 25,900 and whoop. 25,920 divided by 684. And I went to my calculator and I pressed it in and it went 37, 89, 47, 36. Okay, 47 doubled is 94. 9 and 8 is the high heaven of 37. You see the 37 it began with? Man 6, creation of man 6. 210 and 42, 252, the number I just showed you. 94 is Uranus. This is the gateway of, let's call it hell. Okay? And if you take a look at these three numbers, the eighth letter is H-E-L. It does say hell. 4736, time creation. Now, it's all BS anyways, because I'm just telling you what my inception of the numbers are. But if I brought it to the 7 worlds, okay, starting from the right to the left on the piano, because the piano starts from the left on the right or the right on the left. The 6 becomes a 1, the 3 becomes a 4. 4, 1, 0. 10-4, October 4th. 10-1-0. 3, 2, ALEF. 3, 2, 1, ABC, and then we go 0, 4. The blue world of ABC. What did I do? I'm bringing everything to the 7th gate. There's 4 numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers that play from the other side. Then there's this number over here. It says rotation. Okay, we don't really have to do these two, but we will do the whole thing. I eliminate the decimals just for a better understanding, okay? So what we do over here is 4 and then 0. 0 becomes 6, you have 4, 6, you have 10, you get 7 altogether. 0, 7 becomes 13, becomes 4. Becomes 0, 4 becomes 10, and reverts back to 13. Number 37, Nibiru. 8. You can either get 8 and 8, make 16, make 7, or 8 minus 1. 8 and 1 is RH, number 26. 13, 13, 26, Z. Venus. This is the center world. Number 8. Number 9 is birth. 9 minus 2, 8 minus 1, 7 minus 0, 210. They're talking about the total dartboard, the total pool table, all the balls. So they're talking about what was built, or what's in order and being built, or what was built and is being run by order. When you get down to 4, 4 becomes 3 again. That becomes 3, 0, creation, 3, 2, the doorway. Then 7, 4, the heart of 7 is the 4th gateway. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 4. That makes your total of 7. 3 and 4, 4 corners, and 3 on the inside, which means the heart. D is also a delta angle. 3 and 0 is creation. 7 and 4, I did 7 and 4. 0 and 3, 3 and 0, 63, 36. That's your Jupiter. 74, Christ. Time, Christ. 73 is the cube. 7 is 0. 3 gets 4. 4 and 0, the blue world, 46. 15, the egg. And, well, there's more to it, and I'm just babbling on. Anyways, 3 times 6 is creation. 4 and 1, your rotation. 4 and 1, 7 and 4 come out of this one over here. 7 and 4 make this 10, 10. 4 and 1 make this 7, 7. You can put 4 over here and 1 over here to make this 7 again. So everything is playable with the numbers, and I know I overdid it again, and I dislike to do that. Whether you enjoyed it or not, the video, I'm always hoping you enjoy the video. Always enjoy the video. I like that picture behind me, eh? I don't know why. I tell you one thing, I must have made 100 of them in 1 week, and I haven't done it in years. I don't know. I don't think I know how to draw, but I'm having fun doing nothing. Thank you for watching. Raphael, 7286, in the year of the horse. Is it the year of the horse? Well, it is now. Mr. Tackpans just said it, so it's official. Oh, in my house, of course. Only in my house. This is my house, and it's official.